there's a lot that we can take away from this game, both positive and negative. Where do we start first? Do we start with the negative and go to the positive? Where do we start first?
Yeah, let's start with the negatives because the match began with a negative. So let's
Okay.
start with the
Okay.
negatives.
Okay. Let me hear your own take on the negative side, and I will come in.
Okay, so I felt like we were at home and when we played Man City the last time, we beat them 5-1, right?
Okay.
And then despite the addition of Donnarumma to this Man City, we know that this
Okay.
Man City have been shaken since the beginning of the season. So we should have fielded a stronger or more attacking 11. And we didn't do that. Like there was honestly no need for Trossard. Honestly, there was no need for starting the game with Trossard. We talked about it previously, and we say that anytime
Mm.
that Trossard starts the game for Arsenal, usually we don't see him, we don't notice him. So it's like his best button
Exactly.
at the start. So why don't
Exactly.
you start the game since you're at home? Start the game on the front foot with Eze and at least, as I said, Martinelli. Why don't you start attacking wise? Why do you have to go defensive and play three defensive midfielders against Man City that are not so good?
So why is it that fans are noticing this midfield trio that is not working for Arsenal, the Merinos, Bemende, and Declan Rice? Why is it that fans can notice it, but Mikel Arteta don't, and his whole team? Why? What's going on?
I feel like he's just being stubborn because I am 100% sure that he has noticed it, and I'm 100% sure that he's saying that it's not working. But you know when you're like he's being stubborn to prove a point, and I don't think that point is going to get proven.
So, okay, based on the team selection that Arteta brought up today, you think should have started in this game and what position?
I think the two positions, left wing forward and attacking midfield. The left
So,
wing forward can be debatable, but the attacking midfield is the sure banker. Eze should have started in the attacking midfield position, not Merino.
okay, what do you make of the substitutions?
So the substitutions are perfect. He got all the substitutions right.
I,
He got
I
that right.
think I think Trossard should have been taken off. I would have loved to see Noni Madueke on that side and Saka on the right hand side, and Eze comes to the midfield because Noni Madueke was doing very well. He was pushing them. He was knocking on the door. He was putting pressure on them, and that would have been so nice to see Saka putting pressure on this side. Noni Madueke putting pressure on this side because Trossard's side was completely dead. He wasn't. We only saw one good crosses from him. He did not beat his man. He did not go past that guy at all. There's no time that Trossard actually do something like, oh my God. But we saw Noni Madueke was running Riley on that side, and we almost got something from it. And when you also talk about Merino, Merino is not even coming into position because the two defenders are on Gyökeres. And those times that we saw Noni Madueke make a back cross, he should be in that position to actually try to get something up. But all he was doing is playing backwards. And when you play backward, you're pulling Declan Rice back to come back to get the ball instead of you to move forward. But okay, we've seen that, okay, these are the things that didn't go well with the team. What are the positive things that you can look back and say, okay, Arteta actually got this corrected on time and going forward, what do you think we can do to actually get a result in a big game?
Okay, before the positive, right? I know Kushanov had a good game for Man City at right back, facing against Trossard. I think if Arteta knew that Guardiola was taking off Kushanov and bringing in Matheus Nunes, I think he would have done what you said and taken Madueke to the left-hand side because Madueke facing up against that Matheus Nunes on that left-hand side, he would have really killed him in that game, right? So I
Yeah.
think if I had known that, he would have made that sub. That's actually a very good sub. But for the positives, I think we have to start with the obvious one. Bringing in Eze and Saka at the 45th minute. Like, you already know that you have made a mistake. The front foot, making that first correction there, knowing that, okay, Merino is not doing anything in this game, and then fixing it immediately. That was like the first positive. What about you?
That you're on point because if he had waited anything longer than bringing in these guys, he would have been crucified. He would have been cooked. But the good thing, bringing Eze on time was the best thing that he actually done. But like I said, I was expecting Trossard to be taken up. If he had done that, we would have got a different result. Now, going
Very
forward, we got one against Man City. We do think we can catch up.
Definitely. I don't see that something that Arsenal fans should complain about. I think that the season is just starting, and we have played Man United at Old Trafford, we have played Liverpool at Anfield, and we have hosted Man City. So those are three big games, and like these are honestly they are the best teams right now. Man U against us was very very good. So we have played three
Yeah.
very very good teams, and we have 5 points behind Liverpool. I believe that against Chelsea, I think Liverpool will drop points. Against Man City, I think Liverpool will drop points. So I still see us catching Liverpool and surpassing them, so I'm not worried about it.
Good. Now let's talk about the brand of football that Man City came to play today at the Emirates. Because we were cooked 2 weeks ago that we went to Anfield to get a draw. So tell me about what Man City did today, because this is the lowest ball possession that Man City has ever got in the Premier League under Pep Guardiola, 34%.
To make it more accurate, this is the lowest he has gotten in his career. Actually, that's how bad. It,
Okay.
and I want us to track back to last year. I think we have to go back to last year first of all before we talk about Liverpool, because last year when we had a red card against Man City and we went, I think 1 man down for 45 minutes, the entire second half, we played this exact same thing and we were crucified for it.
Yeah, we were cooked.
They cooked us. Thank you. And all them Jimmy Gary Neville, they bashed us of how a team like Arsenal can come and play.
Come out to play.
Yes, you get. So
yeah,
that criticism, and they ended up scoring when Haaland threw the ball on Gabriel's head celebrating. Then they that told us that we should not celebrate for little wins. They allowed Man City to celebrate for a
celebrate. Yeah. Okay, so
now coming back to the Liverpool game. Okay, go ahead.
So here's the good thing now about this team, whether we like it or not, we don't like the result. But the good thing now is that we are taking ball to Man City. Man City is not taking the ball to us. I think people will say, "Oh, you're giving an excuse because it's Arsenal." We are taking the ball to Man City. We're saying, "Come and play football." Not we being scared of Man City, going back to kind of like being scared. We are actually going out there, but just that Mikel don't just want to take the risk in the middle. That is what is just holding us back.
Did you see that picture? You see that picture of the entire Man City defense inside the 18 box?
No, I didn't see it. Please send it to me.
Oh, well, he's doing the game also.
Haaland was doing defensive work. How many? Haaland did. Haaland got more clearance from that 18-yard box than any other player that was playing for Man City today.
that is how bad it was, honestly. But I think the major issue today, it wasn't a terrible day, right? Like we are deciding that because the Merino sub and everything. But I think the major thing today is Arteta needs to help Gyökeres out. Like Gyökeres didn't have a single shot in the game, and that is actually terrible by his standards. But we still know the chances created for him.
If Eze play in the middle, we're gonna get Gyökeres on the score sheet.